Game time.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Tuesday night, war night.
Yeah, man.
I like Tuesday night meetings.
Yeah,
man.
man.
No, I do feel the strategic warrior mentality
Yeah,
on
man.
Tuesdays now that I'm actually bodying these days of the week. No, it's Tuesdays. Tuesday strategic. Tywin Lannister, Killmonger,
Scar, tears,
Yes, sir.
set,
Yes, sir.
lower self.
Yep.
General.
Yep. General time.
General
time.
Yeah, man.
Which means we bark orders to our officers and get shit done.
Hey, man.
Let's open. Let's open. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment, in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Amen.
Islam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Sunday is the day of the sun. And on I'm sorry, we're gonna review the days of the week because I want to it's good for me to remember.
Yeah, just keep going through it.
Keep going through it. So Sunday, the day of the sun.
Yeah.
That's when we
get creative, man.
Get creative. Monday is the day of the moon. Get into our emotions.
Yeah.
Tuesday today, day of warfare. Yeah. Mars. Strategize. Plan.
Come on.
Wednesday, day of being a king, communicating.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah.
Venus,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Thursday, I forgot. What's Thursday?
Haru, man. Willpower, man. Advancement.
What's the other god? Haru and Thor.
Yeah.
Advancement?
Yeah, man. Like willpower.
Okay.
The action.
Okay.
The energy that you're going to use to go through it, man.
Understood. What planet is that? I can remember. Venus is Wednesday, right? Or
no,
Mercury.
Venus is Friday.
Venus is Friday. Yeah. Mercury is Wednesday.
Yeah.
What was Thursday? What planet was Thursday? Not Uranus.
Just look it up real quick.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to say, bro. Yep. Type in. Look it up, man.
Thursday.
Agriculture.
Yeah. There we go. Jupiter. Joy. Jubilance.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yep. Yeah. And then, Friday, Venus, Saturday,
Love.
Saturn.
Yep.
And that is, man.
Saturday is the beginning and the end.
Yeah, man.
And
alchemy.
Facts. It says the system of alchemy, and you end it Saturday and restart it Saturday at the same time. Sorry, Jupiter is a planet of luck, fortune, success, and generosity, a kind and abundant force. Jupiter is big and jubilant. That's right.
Boom.
Yeah, expansive, big thinking, healthy, wealthy, and powerful.
Boom.
So it makes sense that it goes with willpower, of the expansion of your willpower on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I guess to you, what would be the difference between Tuesday and Thursday as far as like how we feel and what we should be doing? Tuesday, we're in the war room, strategizing, drawing out plans.
Like war. Like I'm gonna go back to the, just Lion King, bro.
Is it back to war? Thursday?
No, Tuesday is Scar.
Understand?
Plot, man. Plot scheme.
And then what are we doing on Thursday? Because they seem
you go out, you go action.
Oh, you go to action. Okay,
yeah,
so you plot scheme on your own Scar, and then Thursday is okay. Now you go out there and do it.
The advancement of the kingdom.
Facts. Advance.
And defending the kingdom.
Advance.
And then Wednesday is just the administration and the resources.
Boom. Facts.
The king deals with the resources.
Facts.
And the general deals with the army, protecting it and advancing.
Fact. Advancement. Thursday's advance. We plan, and then we administer on Wednesday, and then we advance on Thursday.
That's when you go actually put the action into things.
Facts,
go do something.
Go do. Yeah. And it makes sense that we shoot on Tuesday, Thursday. Makes sense.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it feels right.
And this is the war room. This is strategizing. This is the game.
This is the game.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the meta. The game is the meta nature, bro. It's the hieroglyphs. In rap, the game, it's all the same essence.
All of it.
And it's the more I tap into it, just the more militarized I'm becoming. I'm just like we were militant before, but now I'm like my militancy is like infused with my God bodiness, and now I'm just like, oh, okay. God body in action. And then now I was telling you before this started that as long as we keep our ethics and integrity in, we're going to bring this into reality.
Yeah.
And it's happening, and we're watching it. And this is proof that God exists because we're actually manifesting God in real time in the material body.
Boom.
Period.
And stay disciplined.
That's it.
Stay disciplined.
That's it.
Dot the I's, cross the T's.
Yeah.
Get the information. Turn the information into data.
Mm.
Turn the data into senior data.
Facts.
Turn the senior data into graphs, into charts.
Facts.
Turn it into statistics. Then
That's
create
right.
Statistics around that.
That's right.
And then understand your condition that you in.
That's right.
And then use the formula around that condition to either get you to the next condition or to maintain the condition that you in.
Facts.
And
Facts.
And that's it.
That is it. That is it.
That's it. It's deep.
Life is the manipulation of data. So your success is contingent upon your ability to sort this data and then chart your success in your units of activity, mapping out the data of your daily activity or your project's activity in a way that you could see your progress.
Boom. Yeah.
Boom.
For real.
And then understanding based on your statistics, your condition,
Boom.
and then doing things to change your condition if it needs to be improved.
Boom.
That is the act of life, of productivity.
Mm-hmm.
And we are by inhabiting these bodies, we are in the activity of life. As God body, we are responsible for bringing things into reality. Reality is composed of data. We need to have a thorough understanding of the data of our universe.
Yeah.
And be able to sort it, chart it out, and then expand upon it.
Engineering, man.
Man.
That's why I started.
real.
That's why I call it divine spirit, design, and engineering.
What's real?
Right.
Because the universe is our data points.
Come on.
I'm really, for some reason now that, because Thursday was the only day of the week I was like questionable, but now I'm like, now that we're talking about data and the expansion, I'm actually seeing like data expanding and us like being part of that expansion.
That's when you start to create trends.
Boom.
The expansion. Now
That's
you
right.
understand trends.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because the universe does expand with our breath, with our activity, and then now we could literally set data into the universe that's going to create trends that affect the reality and the conditions of other people, including our own people.
And mind you, this is agriculture.
Facts.
This is the zodiac.
This is
So
Asyr.
it started from information and data.
Facts.
And then you started learning trends.
Boom.
And then you started learning cycles.
Boom.
And then you started creating systems
Yeah.
to align with the trends
Facts.
and the cycles. And that's how we developed a relationship with the universe.
Facts.
That's how we created agriculture.
Facts.
From understanding around this time, these babies who was born, the babies that was born here act like this.
Act like this.
The babies
yeah.
that was born here act like this.
Uh-huh.
The babies that was born here act like this.
Mm-hmm.
Around this time, the river does this. Around this time, the sky looks like this. Around this time, the wind, the wind and the whatever.
Facts,
right?
man.
And then now we start noticing the trend.
Facts.
Well, around this time every year, where it'd be kind of hotter, it'd be a flood.
Man. Yeah.
Around this time, boom. Okay.
Facts.
Around this time when it's more darker, we can't grow as much food.
Facts.
We can grow different types of food.
Facts.
Around this time when it's more sunlight, we can actually grow food that requires more water.
Facts.
Around the same time that everything floods, we grow food that requires a lot of water.
That's right.
Data, statistics, trends. Now you can create structure around all this data. Let's grow these fruits in the summer. Let's grow these
Facts.
fruits in the fall. Let's do this in the winter.
Facts. Facts.
So the meta of nature is, like you said, it is data.
It's a matrix. It's our matrix of data.
Boom.
That's what it is. And when you were talking, I was literally just seeing in my mind, it was seeing constellations in the Milky Way. And I was like, oh shit, stars are data points.
Come on, bro. How you heard of the Underground Railroad, right?
Oh man. Yeah.
Like how do you know what you think GPS is the stars is our GPS.
Facts, bro.
Where you can understand how to move. Even the story of Jesus. What did they do? They followed the star to get to Jesus, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Facts. Man.
That's how we created constellations.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I'm literally, this conversation of itself, it's opening up portals in my mind and memory of just like space travel. I'm just like, oh man, I'm like, oh, okay, we've definitely been there, and we definitely do that. And I'm just a matter of tapping. One, is it possible to get that shit done in these bodies right now? And then we get to a point of consciousness where that can happen. And then two, what
Space travel?
Oh yeah. No, I mean like actually in our in these material bodies, what are we actually capable of doing and going in this material universe?
okay.
And no, that time like
facts.
God, super God shit.
No, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And like it can't be done. It's just like we haven't tapped into that energy yet.
I understand.
And what things have been done to us since birth to prevent from even that being on the table?
Yeah,
It's like no, okay, now you take this vaccine now.
Because I mean, you gotta ask yourself, like, what are these different things? Like, are these dimensions? Like, we can see them, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we don't know.
yeah. And you said you fly in your dreams. I remember one specific dream where I was.
Y'all fly in my dreams, bro.
Yeah. See, that's not common with me. I remember being a dragon.
Try it.
I will.
Do you try it?
I do. No, ever since you told me about lucid dreaming, I've actually had to like. I've been trying to like go to sleep like I'm lucid dreaming tonight. Doesn't really work. I usually end up in some some devil dungeon or some shit. Oh God damn it! Catholics got me again.
Just make sure. So the way to do it, light incense. Use something to relax your body.
All right.
Light some incense. Have some selenite around you, or some obsidian around you, or some clear quartz, or some amethyst around you.
All right.
Right. Deep breathe into sleep. Take your mind with you into the dream world. It's going to be hard because when we go into the dream world, our minds start going into the dream world, so we just start blurring lines.
Facts.
Catch yourself, right, and intentionally go into the dream world, and don't let the lines blur. Just let it blur them together.
I understand.
Don't just let it be. You know how the mind go when you start dreaming. You start thinking about random shit.
Yeah.
And you just all of a sudden you have to catch yourself. Like, wait a minute, I'm already dreaming. Just catch yourself, and then what'll happen is you'll step into the dream world, and then you'll be like, oh shit, I did it.
Understand.
Now you might not remember it all the time when you wake up, but I'm telling you, bro, just keep trying, and you're gonna step into the dream like, oh, wait a minute, I fucking did it, bro.
Okay.
I'm in the fucking.
I'm in
dream.
the dream. Temu,
And
I'm
then
here.
and start fucking flying, bro.
I understand.
It's not gonna be easy all the time because you gotta. It's like Neo, where you have to actually know you can fly. Like you seen the last Matrix where like we can forget that we're in the dream world. We're lords of the dream world.
Facts.
So it's not just like I can fly.
Facts.
It's like no nigga, I can fucking fly.
Yeah.
And that sounds it sounds crazy saying it out loud, but like no, bro, in the dream world, bro, I'll be flying, bro. It should be funny as fuck.
I understand.
Cause I'm like, I know who I am. I know Asyr, bro.
I understand. Yeah, I gotta get to the point where I go to sleep and I catch myself going into the dream world. That doesn't happen. I lay down and I'm like, oh, I feel so good. I'm so fucking tired. I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Then I'm in my dream and it's a different me. Yeah. And then I wake up and I'm like, okay, I didn't do it again tonight. And that dream was kind of fucked up. Huh. Damn. All right.
And also,
maybe next time.
What helps with lucid dreaming is remembering your dreams. So when you wake up, write down as much as you.
Yeah.
Once your mind begins to process the difference, because when we don't reflect in our dreams, we stop processing the difference between the dream world and reality.
Facts.
So we're constantly assessing the dream world. Over time, our minds begin to know the difference. That's why it's easier to lucid dream when you know that you're dreaming, because you start assessing your dreams, so that way your mind is like, okay, this is a dream.
We're here now.
We're here now. Yeah, I'm in this dream realm. So
different game.
Boom.
It's a different game.
And it's not all the time. I'm not gonna sit inside just lucid dreaming every fucking day.
I understand.
But I know if I really want to, I can. It's just this shit is real, bro.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun as fuck.
Yep. And no, I gotta actually do the steps you said and actually do it.
Because that's a part of Asyr, bro.
I understand.
We can't. We're not. Us not having that command in the dream world.
Good word. That's exactly command.
It's inception, bro. You got to be able to go there for time.
Yeah, facts.
It's like the Matrix, where he's like, okay, I know kung fu. Like that's shit real, bro. Of like you got to go there and deal with your shit and process what you need to process. Spend as much time as you need to spend there, and then come back here with that knowledge.
Yeah.
And that is literally the Lord of the Dream World.
Yeah.
You have to be able to go to the dream world and bring that shit back here and move and operate and move from those lessons we learn.
Facts. Or face the consequences, as I have.
Yeah.
You know, I have to actually, okay, I learned that lesson. So are you going to choose to ignore it, or are you actually going to apply the lessons? So,
Boom.
and so I'm to the point where I apply the lessons. I'm just not at the point where I'm actively involved in being cautious in that realm.
Boom.
So I'm more or less the effect of that world as opposed cause and arbiter of that world, which we can be as lord of that realm.
For an example, the story of Joseph, right? You
Yeah.
think it's an accident that Joseph was in Egypt and then was interpreting dreams in prison?
No, that is a story though. What's the meaning behind that? What go on with that?
You learn the meta nature. When you go to Kemet, you learn the meta nature.
I understand. He went to okay,
And he learned Asyr. Like,
understand.
I know that these people who, when you go to Kemet, Tom Mary, you learn the meta nature.
I understand.
So, of course, we're not going to be taught the meta nature, but we just see the people who learn the meta nature and they do all this meta nature shit, right?
Facts.
Right? And then they be like, oh, like there's no correlation. Like
Facts.
really, there's no correlation between the person who's went to Egypt and became respected and then went to prison, but you still learned if you go to prison.
He was born in Egypt, and his brother sold him into captivity. That's the story of Joseph.
Yeah, he was born. Yeah, they sold him to captivity. He went to Egypt, and then he was doing his shit. He was a respected man in Egypt.
Under Pharaoh, he worked for Pharaoh, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Pharaoh took him under guard.
He was like a governor.
And then
remember,
and then Pharaoh's wife tried to sleep with him. Right?
Yeah.
That's
It was.
the
I don't
story.
think it was the Pharaoh. It was like a higher level of governor.
That's
right?
his wife tried to sleep
Yeah,
with Joseph.
he was a respected man.
He was.
And then she tried to sleep with him, and then she said raped her, and he went to prison, and he spent time in prison.
That's right.
And then he started tapping into
Interpreted the dreams
He
in
started
prison.
interpreting into the dreams.
Do you remember the dreams he interpreted? I mean, I like this story.
He interpreting somebody who was in prison dream,
Yeah,
and then they went to the they got out, and then they told the king it was certain for the king.
Facts.
And then the king was like, I got these dreams. And then he was like, well, my man's that's down right now. He had to go sit down, do a bid. You feel me? But he really can interpret your dreams.
Facts.
So they brought Brule in. Blue interpreted the dreams and about famine and everything.
He interpreted, the Pharaoh dreams about famine.
About
but the dream,
7 years.
Do you remember the dreams? He interpreted two dreams.
Was like,
there was one with a bird eating bread off the top of one of the prisoners' head, and the other dream I don't remember.
It was about like you're gonna have a lot of jubilee, and after that jubilee, you're gonna have famine. So you better during this jubilee in abundance, stack your shit up.
That's right. That was the Pharaoh's dream.
Yes,
that was the Pharaoh's dream interpretation.
Yes,
I'm talking about the two. He was interpreting.
I don't know the prisoner's dream.
One was one prisoner was pecking bread off. The dream was that a bread was pecking bread off his head. And then the interpretation of that is like, oh, you're going to get crucified. They're going to kill you.
Probably.
I think that was it. And then the other one was a good dream. I don't remember what the other one was, but these are like critical Bible stories.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of these critical Bible stories just happen to be meta nature shit.
For real. No.
Just happen to be they was in Egypt or they come from Egypt or they spent time in Egypt and they be doing the meta nature.
Facts.
There's never going to be any like correlation to the meta nature in the Bible.
Not in the Bible.
Which is understandable.
I understand.
Because that's not the Bible is the meta nature.
Yeah, it is.
So they're not going to say this is the meta nature while they're doing the meta nature. They're just going to just do the meta nature.
They're going to do it.
That's what the meta nature is, just symbolism.
Facts. Exactly.
So you're not going to say,
as his line.
Joseph was learning how to become Asyr and start tapping into his Asyr energy while he spent time in Tom Mary.
No.
You're going to just do it. He's going to just tap into Asyr energy.
It just is. It
just
is.
is.
Just like this podcast is Asyr energy. And you're catching the energy when you hear this podcast.
That's
what
it.
It's what
it is. And it's understandable. But it do be some for me. It does. It kind of tickles me at times, but I also just have to accept it as what it is. I went an abstract route. I went a route when it comes to this type of information that was unorthodox. Right. I grew up in the Christian church and had a firm understanding of the Bible, and was raised in the Bible, and I really read the Bible, and I really have an understanding of the Bible. And then I learned the Kemetic Science.
Yeah.
And then I learned Egyptology.
I understand.
And then I learned Native American spirituality. And then I learned the Moorish science.
Wait. So you did Kemet before Moorish science? I thought it was Moorish science that got you to Kemet.
No.
Okay, good.
I learned Kemet from like 24, 5.
What specifically got you to the Kemet route? Do you remember? What book or what person? Was it Elo?
I'm not gonna lie. I think one of the first people to start get me in that path was like Brother Polite.
Understood. I don't know who that is. Who is that?
He's like a
YouTube nigga.
Yeah. He was like a smart. He's a nerd. He's smart. He's a hood. He's a smart hood nigga who's very metaphysical and very conscious.
Cool.
And I started tapping into the the conscious community.
Oh, okay.
tapping in it.
Understood.
Listening to red pill, blue pill.
Word.
And then I just started tapping into. I don't know the video, whatever. I forgot what video. Actually, it was this book that I read. It was called the 11 Principles of God.
Okay.
And that book broke down the
What is that?
nature.
What is that long list of things not to do in the Ma'at? Remember
That's the 42 Confessions of
There we
Ma'at.
go. Not that. So talking about the 11.
I start tapping into the 42 Confessions of Ma'at too.
Understood.
But just learning the meta, like I just started learning about like these different, quote unquote pantheons. But actually, what happened was I started studying Mithraism.
I don't know what that is.
So
Should I look that up?
The journey I went on was I understand.
Should I clear that word?
Yeah.
How do you know how to spell that? I don't know what that means.
Mithraism.
You know how we are.
Mithraism. Also, there was this book called Zeitgeist. You ever saw the movie Zeitgeist?
Oh, I saw Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist too, because Zeitgeist was like basically they're all the same thing,
Facts.
right?
All right.
So,
All right, Mithraism, also
Mithraism.
known as the Mithric Mysteries or the Cult of Mithras, was a Roman mystery religion centered on the god Mithras.
Yeah.
Although inspired by Iranian worship of Zoroastrian divinity Mithra, the Roman Mithras is linked to a new and distinctive imagery. With the level of continuity between Persian and Greco-Roman practice debated, the mysteries were popular among the Imperial Roman army
Yes.
from about the 1st to the 4th century Common Era.
So
Yeah.
Mithraism was for the elite soldiers. The
Understood.
common soldiers were Christians
Yeah.
and
okay.
Catholics.
Understood.
The higher ranking soldiers were Mithras. They kept it as like we got this over here. It's more like a secret society. Like we're not going to
understand.
bring you into the truth of what's really going on until you get to this level in the army, and then we'll bring you into what we really got going on.
I understand.
This shit. I'm speaking in the context of Rome, not reality.
I understand.
In the context of Rome at that time, it was that Christian
It's a
shit
secret. It was
is
a
for you
secret
common
society.
soldiers.
It's a secret shit. It
Yes.
seems like potentially the Roman Masons.
Yeah,
Like sort of like a
boom,
Masonic,
yes.
like a.
No, not because Mason it's not really religious. It's organizational structure. People coming together.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
You get very clear.
Yeah.
Mithraism is like a religion.
Understood.
But
Yeah,
it was
you're
a
right.
religion for the upper class army.
Understand.
And they would allow the regular soldiers to become Christian, to tap into Catholicism and Christianity. And they realized that the soldiers, when they was Christians, they was good soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
understand. Yeah.
So they were like, we got our shit going on over here. You got your shit going on over there. But then I started studying that and started studying about how that come from Greek things, and then just started learning about how everything just comes from Egypt. Everything comes from Egypt,
Everything
bro.
comes from Kemet.
And then I started really studying Kemet.
No. Everything flows from Kemet. So Kemet comes
Yeah.
Greek, Greco-Roman,
Yeah,
Roman,
yeah, yeah.
Roman,
Boom.
Persia. Like, bro, it really that's the foundation, and
Yeah.
all those civilizations emerge from the knowledge of Kemet, and that's literally created. a
There's no way
civilization.
around it.
That's what it is.
There's really no way around
That's
it.
what it is, man.
America is built off of the Kemetic Science.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Right, wrong,
Facts.
going different.
Facts.
There's no way around it. So
The Roman Empire was built on the Kemetic Science.
boom. So I had to really accept that, right? Then it was like, okay, I get it now, right? This shit I'm born into, which I would have a level of respect for.
What? Oh, sorry. I want to get the full context. Where were you working when this happened?
Oh, I
This
used
is
to work at
24
the FBI building.
Oh,
Yeah.
That actually makes
So
sense.
it
actually makes sense that.
Yeah, that too.
That makes sense.
So we
that
would have
you
a lot
caught-
of engaging conversations
I
at
feel you.
the FBI building, because
Facts.
also the VA. So I'm talking to people who are like in the 5%ers. I'm talking to people who
Freemasons.
are like existentialists. Oh yeah, I'm surrounded by Freemasons.
all Freemasons.
All Freemasons.
All
bro.
Freemasons.
So we just have an in-depth conversation. I'm 21, 22. I'm like 22, 23, and they just give me game. We have an in-depth. We talking about
Do you remember-
existentialism and shit at 23 years
Do you
old.
remember
Bro.
FBI? Like a lot of your conversations with FBI agents.
FBI agents in the VA and the vets.
Okay,
So
understood.
also like a lot of vets would come in.
Yeah.
But it was also a lot of vets who worked there. And
Was your conversations like the most in depth? Were they with brothers with blacks? Or
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the
yeah.
black FBI agents and the black VA.
Black VA, yeah, black VA mainly. The black FBI agents would just be like how they conduct themselves.
I understand.
Right? They not really. We not gonna shoot too much of the shit.
I understand.
But the VA dudes, we gonna over because I was there for 6-7 years every day.
That's
So
a
we
big
gonna
part of your
shoot the shit.
Yeah, man. Were they the black employees of the VA hospital? Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because they're right next to each other. The FBI building and the VA hospital,
Yes.
right there.
They're,
in
they're,
West-
the,
in
they're the
Westwood.
same building. They're all
That big tall building.
That big tall building
Oh, I know.
is the VA.
I thought that was only FBI.
Nah, it's the FBI, the VA, and the passport, and a lot of little bitty
Oh,
things
word.
too. A lot of little bitty things in that building
The
too.
federal, the federal.
it's the
It said
federal
the
building.
federal building.
It's
That's
the
what it
federal
said. It's
building.
called the federal building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
it was I was young. I was young, but I was around
Man,
FBI agents
bro.
and Army vets, and then it's the VA. So I'm meeting a lot of Army vets every day too.
That's a lot of powerful energy, bro.
I know.
That is okay. Now it makes sense
It-
that
it
you were
hit me
tapped.
of like, yeah.
You were tapped. That why you got tapped into this at like that specific time because that they were on that time.
Yes, and I'm a young dude. So, but
Yeah.
I'm also intelligent, and I have an
Facts.
open mind. I'm not. I come from Christianity. I was rooted in Christianity. I have these foundational, building blocks. But I'm at this
Bible.
point. At this point, I'm already acknowledging that I'm not necessarily a Christian.
Yeah,
I've already accepted that about myself at this
I
point.
understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
about to act like I'm just not.
You're not gonna play that game.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
that's for
It's no slight.
Like
It's just
where
not.
you
it's not me.
realize that the Christian label is a commoner game that people play, and then you just rise into the awareness of like, oh, okay, I'm not doing that anymore.
It was just more so.
no disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect, because I have the highest level and utmost respect for it, and I have a great relationship with it. It's
You
the
and I both.
foundation of my my ethics, the foundation of
Facts.
my personality, the foundation of my belief system.
Facts.
It's the foundation of my morality and just how I move society.
It's the foundation of the Roman world.
I was raised by a Christian father
Facts.
and a Christian mother.
You and I both.
And a Christian grandfather and a Christian grandmother, and I was, raised
Facts.
in the church. Like,
Facts.
so
You and I both.
there's no way
Very
around
clear.
it. There's no way around it.
And that's why we don't ever sleep on Christianity because we're Christians.
Yeah, at the core. Yeah, at the core.
we're Christians.
But then I started really going down this.
But that ain't the only thing we are.
Yeah. Especially after I started really tapping into Kemet, and I started learning the Kemetic Science.
I feel you.
And then I started learning Egyptology, and I was like, oh okay, I see the game.
Game.
Oh, okay, I see the game because Egyptology knows that they pushing the miniature and the Kemetic Science.
Yeah. Facts.
You got these people from Britain and Russia and Germany and France and you know what I'm saying, who's teaching their students the meta nature,
Yeah.
but also more so from a scholastic aspect,
Yeah,
not
facts.
necessarily like from a flexing, like an intellectual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not from like a relationship, not from like you have the ability to do these metaphysical properties as well.
Yeah,
More
no,
so
no.
like this is what it was and this is what it was.
This is what they did over here, and it's not real because that was ancient.
Yeah.
For real.
But they also created. They also knew the power of it because they seen what happened with the King Tut thing, bro. The King Tut tour, bro, generated billions of dollars.
Oh, you know what year that was?
That was like in like I'm not sure, but I think it was like the
18s or
Not King Tut. King Tut was like, mind you, Egyptology. They created an industry around Egyptology.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now you could take these artifacts and you could just get people to come. It's captivating for the whole world. So the same people who say that this shit ain't about nothing, that haven't taken time to study the actual industry of Egyptology.
Facts.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry for a reason, because the whole world is naturally captivated and drawn to it.
Facts.
Naturally.
The whole world is naturally drawn to Kemet and meta nature and Asyr.
Naturally.
Yeah. Facts.
It's a natural thing.
Facts.
The meta nature it pulls you in. You want to learn more. That's why Lion King is. That's why we love superheroes.
It pulls you in.
We love superheroes, bro.
Facts.
We love the Haru.
It pulls you
We
in.
love the story of the Haru.
It pulls you in.
It pulls you in, bro.
pulls
It's
you
a
in.
beautiful story.
It pulls you in.
It's the meta nature. We love Star Wars, bro.
Yeah.
He will tell you this is the fucking the Jed set.
Man. Facts.
We love Lion King. We love superheroes, bro.
Facts. And then the formula to success is just infusing the meta nature into everything that you do because it'll pull people in. Just like people watching on Vice TV because you were channeling the meta nature.
Boom. Right? In my mind.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Pushing the game.
Pushing the game, man.
Pushing the game.
And we don't got that many views yet, but we're gonna get there. I ain't tripping. It's
70,000.
It's at 95,000 now.
That's not a lot. Relative to
Relative,
YouTube.
relative device,
YouTube.
relative device. I would say
feel
that
you.
relative
Oh,
device.
okay. I haven't compared to other
Yeah,
device
yeah,
videos.
but shout out, man. But it's the biggest platform I've ever been on. And
Yeah, man. And
it's already
90,000 views, bro.
I understand, Mo.
No,
I understand what type
bro.
of time it is. We bringing in more science in the game to the
Yeah,
mainstream society.
man. Yeah, and this is
Just little by little.
little by little, and then once we already know it's going to work. We're assured success because we know the power of the meta nature.
Boom.
So it's like it's just a matter. It's a function of time.
This is a part of the Haru's journey.
It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. And if we, and it's just like we were assured we're gonna face turbulence and part of Simba's journey because he had turbulence and he had to fight the bad guys and fight the resistance, the hyenas and shit. But that's part of the journey. So we can look forward to those battles, and that's really what shifted in this. Ever since that Vice TV thing is my attitude towards adversity. It was like, oh god damn it. Now it's like, oh, I'm gonna win. Just bring it. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, man.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. And once, like you said, shifting into like these are just obstacles, and this is a part of the game. There's no way around it.
Exactly.
There's no way around hyenas. There's no way around it, bro. They're here.
And
There's no way around Scar.
No.
Scar's here.
Facts.
He's not going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Right?
Nowhere.
And mind you, all you do is just
What do hyenas represent?
they represent Nebhet.
Okay, which is who?
So Nebhet is the sister of Asyr. Nebhet is the vulture, or that energy, the morning, right? The energy of processing and accepting death and grieving.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Nebhet is like mourning, grieving.
Okay.
Like Asyr is like magic.
Okay.
And it works with Asyr to resurrect.
Yeah.
But you also have to go through the process of grieving and mourning. Like I said, we didn't. When you do death and you don't mourn and grieve, you don't process the trauma.
I understand.
Like I said, I realized me jumping right into this project while I
mourning the death of your father.
Yeah, I made bad decisions.
I understand.
And that is an aspect of feminine energy that we have to learn, goes right in hand with the magic and all the metaphysical things too. We have to process and grieve, even as we resurrecting. We have to still take the time to grieve and mourn the old life.
Facts.
Right?
That's real.
Yes, that's Nebhet.
Oh,
that's
man.
Nephthys.
Facts.
So hyenas are like always at like death and like alive. They're always right there, right? Like they're always at death and alive.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what she goes hand in hand with Scar.
I understand.
Right. Nebhet is like the wife of Seth.
I understand.
Because your lower self, once again, is a baby. It's dying. It's always new cycles. And it's self-destructive, remember.
Facts.
So as we self-destructing, we also have to mourn and grieve the whatever we just self-destructed. And take the time to process it.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then they go hand in hand. And mind, just a lot of symbolism. So her thing is like a bowl and a cup.
This is So, go on with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Go on with the bowl. Yeah. What is that? The bowl and the cup represent? If you could explain it.
It's hard to
I feel you, bro.
turn these into English language.
I understand.
But I know the easiest way because it's symbolism. So she means 1,000 things, right? They all mean 20,000 things.
Yeah.
But that's the first. I would say the major concept of like understanding that this goes hand in hand, because when you understand the story of the Haru's journey, then you understand like how these different energies work together.
I understand.
Right? So
is she the goat head? Is that Nebhet?
No.
Okay.
Look up Nebhet or Nephthys.
Nephthys. Okay.
So she's the sister to Asyr.
Okay. I see.
Right.
Oh, I see the cup.
Right, yes. Asyr is magic, wisdom, going into a trance.
Okay.
Right? That magic, that wisdom going into a trance, tapping into your supernatural powers is what will resurrect Asyr.
I understand.
Is what will allow you to become the Lord of the Dream World.
I understand.
Right, and that together, become the Lord of the Dream World with the magic and the meditation and going to the trance is what produces the energy you need to be able to go to the next level.
Damn. Yeah.
To be able to defeat your lower self.
I understand.
Who will always continue to self-sabotage.
Yeah.
And but you have to make sure that your Haru is married to Het Haru, or the house of Haru, or visual stimulation.
I
You have
understand.
to make sure that you are stimulating your lower self, your warrior energy, and then you have to also accept that your lower self goes hand in hand with Nevet, and you have to accept your higher self, or Asyr, goes hand in hand with Aset, and they
Understood.
all are here, and then you can't get rid of any of them.
No.
But you can just continue to add to the story,
Facts.
bringing Jehudi into it, bringing Ampu into it,
Yeah.
right? Bringing the different. These are the main 9. Mind you, there's a whole lot, right? But these are the main ones, and understanding the story of like, okay, knowing who you are,
Facts.
and then also reminding yourself like you are raw. You are the creator of this whole shit on a
Absolutely.
subatomic and on an atomic level
Facts, bro.
that manifests into all these different energies
Facts.
and creating a cohesive relationship around these different energies and all these different archetypes.
Facts.
Is just the way to make the flow easier. It doesn't mean
Exactly.
once you know this flow that everything's
Everything's
gonna
cool.
be solved.
No, hell no.
No.
No, 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 no.
Because you do have, they're real. You have segment. You have Bass. You
Fact.
have the annihilation.
Facts.
You have like they're all here,
Facts.
right? But it's just the cohesive story
Facts.
will help you flow with it.
Facts.
So that way it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
way
It's gonna
around it.
happen, and it's like you're still gonna have, like I said, you're like you said, the process of self-destruction isn't a bad thing if you're destroying cells, things that no longer serve you inside, but you're still gonna have to mourn them.
Yeah.
And in order not to jump to other things that are not going to serve you.
Boom.
So that's what I'm realizing is like, yeah, like the mourning is never easy. Grief is never easy, but you have to go through it. And that's what I'm comfortable with, is like, oh, okay, I can go through this. It's just, this shit is temporary. Pain is temporary, and it's part of the Haru's journey. And if we want to ascend to the highest levels of spirituality, we're gonna have to go through these processes and embrace them as part of the journey.
Boom.
And not run away from them.
Can't
Can't
run away from it.
run away from it, man.
Can't run away from it. It go back to, auditing,
Yeah.
right?
Facts, man.
Dealing with what is really going on in the mind.
Facts.
What are traumas that I'm doing versus just memories?
Facts.
How much of this is traumas
Facts.
that I'm continuing to reenact these stories,
Facts.
right? AKA the meta nature, continuing to do this story over and over and over. I heard that somebody called me this, somebody did this. That happened to me when I was 7. That happened to me when I was 15. Now I'm 33, still doing these same. When somebody says this, I still act the same way I acted when I was 30. When I was 15.
When I was 15.
You know, that's the married nature. You're doing, taking this information, and then doing it over a long period of time, creating trends.
Yep.
And then that creating these trends.
Yep.
Create cycles.
Yep. And replaying old episodes.
Boom.
That's what it is. You're operating on old programming based on trauma-based programming.
Boom.
Engrams is what L. Ron covered.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
engram, the whole phenomenon of engram is very real. It is stored trauma that re-stimulates you in present time when you get something from your external environment that reminds you of what happened to you in the past.
Man.
That's what it is.
I understand. It's natural.
It's very natural.
It's literally natural.
It's literally natural. It's literally the default function of your mind to be to reenact how you went through trauma the first time or the second time. It's like that. So to not do that is literally fighting your nature. And auditing is just merely the process of confronting those traumas head on and turning trauma into data.
Boom.
Data
Because
as in memory.
That goes back to like lower self or set. It is the smartest one here. So it will figure out what does it need to do to survive.
Facts.
But what we learn and tapping in is like, that's a bar of like, the best survival is abundance.
Facts.
Well, so it's like the only way to.
Where's that bar from?
From the formula, from the class.
Oh, understood. Okay.
From the formulas for living.
Yes, sir.
Without abundance, you won't have survival.
Damn.
You'll be continuing survival mode because you don't feel like you can survive because you're not operating in abundance.
Facts.
When you operate in abundance and you know you have abundance, it increases your likelihood of survival. So you don't have to only make decisions around survival because you're stepping into abundance. So what the shift is realizing abundance is survival.
That's game.
You can't.
Abundance is survival.
You have to create abundance.
Facts.
For survival,
Facts.
and not just do things out of survival.
Do things out of survival.
And limit and block abundance. You have
Facts.
to create abundance or tap into the mindset of abundance.
Facts.
To be able to
survive.
facilitate survival.
Survival is abundance.
But that goes back to all is well. I am saved. Everything working for my greatest good. aka higher self.
Facts, man.
Survival. I gotta eat shit, drink. Right. That is higher self, lower self coming together.
Boom.
And the process or applying the formula is the willpower. Right, whole rule to say, okay, I'm going to go from here to here.
Facts. From survival to abundance.
That
is Haru.
That is
is
Haru.
willpower. Yeah. And that's the daily battle. Because in your reactive mind, in the trauma mind, survival is the default.
Boom.
And that's where niggas stay. That's where we stay. We stay there because it's easier to stay there, and then you justify staying there.
Because that's not survival.
It's not. It's not.
It's just the animalistic lower self.
Lower self set.
Of like this is the only way I know how to survive.
Facts.
Is by only dealing with like whatever I need to do right in front of me, like an animal.
Facts.
Animals don't think about, that most animals, lizards aren't putting things in place for civilization and putting things in place for next year.
Facts, bro.
They're just operating, going, I have to eat, I gotta have some shelter, I gotta procreate, eat, shelter. Pretty much that's it. If niggas really if you could procreate and you have shelter and you could eat, most of us really wouldn't really be. If you knew, like, bro, no matter what you're gonna do, you're gonna be able to have sex, you're gonna have food, and you're gonna have a house to stay in. A lot of us would move very differently.
Facts. No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
If we operated from that mentality.
I mean, I'm saying if that was taken care of,
Yeah,
if you
facts.
knew waking up, like, bro, no matter what you do in life, you will be able to have sex, you will have food every day, and you're gonna have a place to stay. Right? What we would do 1,000 things differently, because that's like a lot of what we do is to secure
those things.
Those things.
Facts.
Right?
Everything we do. Everything in this current iteration of material reality is based on securing those three things.
Boom. Because we
Sex,
still have these animals.
money.
We still have animals.
Facts.
But we also have a brain. We have 3 brains. We have a higher self.
Yes, sir.
Which is judgment, reason, understanding, foresight. All is well.
Facts.
Right? We can create abundance.
Facts, man.
Because abundance is our natural state.
Facts.
And I go back to, once again, Islamism. Saying nationality is the order of the day.
Facts.
Indigenous, Aboriginal, Asiatic to the line.
That's right.
And it's funny, people was like, what's that mean? I'm like, I'm indigenous.
Who asked you that?
On YouTube. Like, what is that?
Nice.
What does those mean? Like, how you all 3? And I'm like, well, they mean 3 different things.
Oh, that's what's up. People ask that. People actually listen and heard it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Like, what do they mean? I'm from this land. I'm of this land. I'm an original person of this land. I was born here. I was a part of the people who were here before colonizers, and I'm an original man.
Facts.
I'm an original man who was a part of the people who were here before we were colonized, who were actually born here too.
Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man.
The
Maker,
Asiatic black
the
man.
owner, cream of planet Earth, God of the universe.
Indigenous, Aboriginal, Asiatic.
Yes, sir. Just making sure. Got to clear that up for the listeners, bro.
For the listeners.
The
I'm
original
the
man,
ain't no
Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, cream of planet Earth, God of the universe.
Islam.
For the record.
Islam, boy.
Again. It's funny when I was first being engaged with the nation, when I heard literally everyone in the room say who the original man was, like, I stood up at attention. It's like, oh, that's the truth.
Yeah, bro.
It's very powerful to have a group of black men and women say in unison, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man. The maker, the owner, the cream of planet Earth, God of the universe, in unison.
Islam.
Yes, sir.
Don't-
And
you
it
know
feels
what I'm
good.
saying?
It's just, that's the ultimate truth.
The atom.
Yep, exactly. The atom.
The Temu.
Yes,
the
sir.
Tamu.
Yes,
the
sir.
spark. The seed.
Yep.
The one, the
Yep.
thought, the idea.
Yes, sir. Yep. And us having this free-flowing conversation about these topics, about the meta nature, about God bodiness, has come as is really the fruit of us, one, having gone through this year, but us actually processing our stuff, auditing, getting the stuff out the way, and coming to the awareness that one, the future of our success is contingent upon us not letting our bullshit get in the way, which is
Facts.
trauma.
Just as trauma.
First and foremost, just trauma.
Yeah, facts.
Turning our trauma into data, and then also operating in ethics and integrity in God body, because we can't call ourselves God body if we're not acting in integrity.
I understand, bro.
If we're doing things, operating, knowing out of lower self, and then bringing those desires into reality.
Because
Period.
operating out of integrity is self-sabotage.
Facts.
It's the scar.
Every
bro.
time.
It's just
Every
scar.
time. Every
it's just
time.
saying I really don't truly believe that I could do this.
Facts.
I really deep down don't think that I'm worthy
Facts.
of abundance and worthy of this responsibility.
Facts. And it's irrational.
Yeah, it's
And that's
irrational.
what it comes down to, because it's counter intention, because you want these things that require your integrity, but you're doing things that are counterintuitive to your actual set ambition, goals, and desires.
Facts.
It's not rational. That's why being unethical is not rational.
It's not rational.
It's not rational.
It's not rational.
It's not rational.
Which is understandable.
Yep.
It's not.
It's not. It's
and,
never
and
rational.
Asyr is saying, actually, no, we know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to proclaim who we are, Islam. And then we have to embody it and step into it.
Facts.
And then formalize it.
Facts.
Make this a real thing.
That's right.
It's not just some concept. It's not just some ideology.
Boom.
It's not just Egyptology.
No. It's a real thing.
This is how we need to navigate and operate on this physical realm.
Facts. Otherwise, it's more or less it's theoretical cap, and no, it's like no. And what I did realize this weekend is like we're doing that. we are doing that, and we're walking into it. And then like I think I really realized it when our boy, a little Nigerian boy, shot that picture of us at the black market flea, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, bro. I was like, who's these niggas?
I was like, who the fuck are these niggas, bro?
Yeah,
Holy shit. It shocked me about like how like blatant like that depiction and that God showing us is like, okay, y'all are actually doing this shit. Be clear. It's like y'all are it. This is Asyr.
Just keep stepping into it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just keep developing it.
Facts.
It's
Yeah.
like also like just keep putting the body back together, bro. Grab
Facts.
the head, grab the
Facts,
leg,
facts.
go find,
Facts.
keep searching, keep expanding, keep doing all set, keep doing the magic, the meditations, the internal work.
Facts.
Keep doing what you got to do.
That's right.
And that as
Keep
you're
it up.
doing what you got to do,
Keep
you
it
are
pushing.
rebuilding Asyr,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
And then make love to it.
Facts, man. And it really, I've had this refound, or this resurgence of self-love recently. It's like, oh man, I got it. I'm back. You know? Like I like the attitude, and it's been coupled with the attitude of actually wanting to go to war with lower self and go to war with the enemy, but as in like not in like emotional, but it's like, oh, that's what we're obligated to do, that to build usher in the new kingdom. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. And I'm just like, oh hell yeah, we get to have this fight, this divine fight.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. And I've had that attitude, and no, actually, that's why I had this feeling of this resurgence of militancy. It's like, oh, it's like we got it. We have been put in a position. We have put ourselves in a position to win this war, to win this battle. And so all we have to do is just walk into it.
Boom.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Maintain the ethics and the discipline.
That's it.
And don't disconnect.
Do not disconnect.
Do not disconnect
from what got us here.
and create, write up our posts.
Go on with that. Let's clear that. What does that mean?
What are you doing? And then make sure that what you're doing is clear, so that way when it is time to pass this down to the next,
That's real.
right, they can step in and not just fuck up everything.
That's right.
What is our post?
What is our post?
And then write it. Make it plain,
Yes,
clear.
sir.
This is the task. This is the job I do in this arena. So like anybody who steps into this role can just do these tasks.
Facts.
And then keep this organization going.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody knows their job. If anybody has to leave and you can bring in somebody else to do this job, they know we can train anybody how to do this job.
Yeah.
Because we have our job actually outlined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
That's real.
Yeah, it's real.
That's real. And with that, and knowing that we within our disposal is the ability to do literally everything, as long as within ethics, it's like we could just there's freedom in knowing. It's like, oh damn, okay, we could really do anything. We could really do anything. Like, as long as the willingness of our desire is not going to put us in conflict with our ethics, man.
Boom.
And I'm like, that's freedom. It's like, oh, I can do it. We can do all things.
Yeah.
I can do all things. I'm a God body. I can do all things, which has been my affirmations as of late. And I'm like, it's one thing to say that, but now that to walk into it, and it's
Then
liberating.
it's just like, what do you want to do?
Facts.
And then all the
Facts.
things that you want to do in alignment with where you want to go.
Facts.
Because like we can,
As
we can do all things.
Yes, sir.
But
what do you want to do?
should we be doing all the things?
Should we be doing all things?
And are all the things that we can do going to continue to put us in the trajectory of stepping into who we know ourselves to truly be?
Asyr.
And having the power that we really want to have.
Facts. And I think that's a good question to ask ourselves: is where do we truly want to go? What do we want? Where do we want to go?
Boom. And I'm asking myself that.
For
you know,
real?
I am definitely.
For real, bro.
Because it's like I want to engage in my passions.
Facts.
I want to build equity. I want to be in positions of leadership and rulership.
Yeah.
And I want to change the food system.
Boom. Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like having that parameter of like, all right, let me not be too much over here. I do miss cooking. I miss cooking. I love cooking.
Yeah, you do.
You know, it's a part of my artistry.
Facts.
Agriculture is the foundation of civilization. Administration, ambassadorship is where my trajectory is going.
Yeah.
Right? Stepping into power positions of leadership on a city, county, state, and federal level.
Facts.
But I don't want to just neglect my expression.
No.
But also know that has to be equitable, and it has to be professional, it has to be actual productive.
Facts, man.
I'm not just gonna be cooking just for shits and giggles.
Facts, man.
You know?
No, and I think, with that, I'll answer the question is like, where do I want to go? It's like, I really get off to designing these systems that flow together, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's architect, designing these systems and then administering them to operate with statistics that indicate power, right? Mm-hmm. Operate interconnected systems that operate at conditions of power. I think that's what I'm feeling right now. And that's where I want to go, which includes businesses, organizations, nonprofits, etc., which will enable people to get caught up in the sweep of their activity, to be properly trained, fed, employed. So I want to build the kingdom.
Yeah, as long.
But it's like, I want to build the kingdom with the best technology available.
Boom. Pata.
Wait, Pata's technology?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. So that's what
Apocalypse.
Facts. Yeah.
Right? Where's Apocalypse come from?
I don't know. Where's it come from?
Egypt.
What word? Pata?
No, Apocalypse is a blue-ish god.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Lord of the Mutants, the first mutant.
I didn't know that.
His mutant power is he can create and manipulate and control technology.
That's what's up.
Ptah is craftsmanship, architecture, technology.
Yes, sir. What's the difference between Ptah and Apocalypse?
They're the same thing.
Oh, okay, understood.
Ptah is a blue. Ptah is a part of Ra. Ptah is an aspect of Ra, but the spoken word, right, and creates technology. Right?
He's an egghead ass motherfucker. Bro.
Yeah. And then you look up Apocalypse.
Let's nigga the truth.
Apocalypse is, once again, outside of time, space, and reality. The 90s X-Men was some of the coldest metaphysical
The cartoons?
shit. They went in, bro,
Yeah.
making X-Men, bro, with the metaphysics and the meta nature, bro.
Yeah.
They was on some like multi-dimensional, outside of time, space, and reality. They was going in, bro.
Yeah.
But it's deep apocalypse.
understand.
Apocalypse is deep, bro. Because
Yes,
Apocalypse is Asiatic. He's the
Facts.
black. He's Asyr. He's Ptah.
Yeah.
Of course, they're gonna make him. Remember, Apocalypse wasn't good or evil. Apocalypse was just Apocalypse.
What recent X-Men movie was he in?
No, I'm talking about the nine. I'm talking about the
The
cartoon.
90s? Oh, was
97.
he purple? What color was he?
He was purple.
Okay.
He's blue.
I remember him.
He's like light blue,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And even with the last movie they made, he was blue.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? But once again, that's Ptah. The X-Men is hella based off the meta nature.
Oh,
bro.
super.
Super.
Super,
It's
super,
a reason
super.
Magneto wears the beetle on his head. He's levitation. He's Kepler, right?
Who's Kepper?
Kepler is the beetle. Kepler is the last manifestation of Ra,
Oh, okay. Understood.
right? Which is physical, releasing your physical energy.
Yeah.
And that turns into matter.
Yeah.
So when they talk about how Magneto can manipulate metal, which is matter, right? Metal is everything. The
Yeah.
earth. He can manipulate the earth.
Yeah.
He can use his actual energy, right, to actually manipulate earth.
Yeah.
Which is the Asiatic man, right? We created
Facts.
batteries, we created agriculture, we
Facts.
created science, right? Which is Kepler. Kepler is doing the work to turn it into reality.
Facts.
Right, you like delivering a baby. When you go into labor, that's Kepler. Releasing your energy to turn this idea into physical matter is Kepler, because Keplers, they lay their eggs in shit and they turn that shit right into a house for their eggs, and their eggs are birthed out of shit.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they had that dung. The dung represents like the sun or the earth. It get real deep.
Yeah.
But
Understood.
That's Magneto was always had this beat on his head, representing
There we go.
Kepler. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking at Ptah right now. I'm getting crazy vibes from looking at Ptah, bro. Yeah. And it seems now when people hear in this current present time, this current instantiation of material reality, they think of gods as like, somewhere out there, separate, floating in the sky somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems as if, and I'm not guessing, I'm more like feeling that back in Kemet, that the gods were really just who we were and roles that we play in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the zodiac.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you're praying to the Cancer.
I understand.
You're not. You just understand that this is an aspect of reality.
Facts. And you were just happen to be born under Cancer.
Yeah.
Right.
But that would be like Asyr at that time.
I understand.
Right, like it's just understanding these different energies and then doing alchemy. Right, alchemy is mental, physical, spiritual, emotional.
Facts.
Right, at the same time.
So, for example, those of us born in Kemet, were we born and assigned roles
And remember,
of the gods?
Kemet is a civilization.
I understand.
So it's always ongoing, people coming and going, and it's like America, bro. It's like there's a constant influx of people who from here who leaving and coming and going, and everybody's coming and going and coming and going.
Yeah.
It's a civilization.
Yeah.
So you said, well, we were born with roles. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
If you were born a farmer, you're a farmer. If you were born into royalty, you're a royalty.
I understand.
If you were born from a merchant, she was a merchant.
So were you born into the role of a god? Like, were you born into Ptah? Were you born into...
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, is Ptah something...
They do have different...
You're born into Cancer, born into Capricorn, etc.
They have different houses, right?
Okay.
And different avenues of spiritual belief systems, but it's integrated into society. So it's like a Democrat or Republican.
Okay.
Right? It's like understand that this is a function of society as well.
Yeah.
Right? And then all these different functions of societies are still connected to these aspects of reality. Right? So like this is how you function in society. We're all functioning under what we call ma'at. Right? We all understand.
Let's clear ma'at. What's ma'at?
Harmony, balance.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Reciprocity.
Yes, sir.
Right? This is the societal standard.
Understand.
Per se.
Yeah.
Right? Is everything operating? That's why we had the confessions, right? Like understanding how to be rational.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel you.
Don't do this goofy bullshit.
Goofy shit.
And you probably should do this things that are favorable.
That's right.
Right?
Exactly.
I didn't do the goofiest shit today.
Yep.
And I did do some shit that was respectable,
Yeah.
decent, ethical,
Rational.
rational.
Facts.
I would just live the rational day.
Facts.
Right? That's the
It's simple as that.
bro. Just live
Simple as
just
that.
live rational.
That's it.
Don't do crazy wild shit.
No.
And do shit that you should do.
Facts. Ethics is that simple.
Yeah.
And you don't have to make it. You don't have to like, oh well, rational and what's really right. And like, no, niggas know what's right. It's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Which is the 10 Commandments. This is rational.
It's rational.
It's just rational.
It's rational.
Just don't do crazy shit.
That's right. And if you want to dial it back, do things like the universal maxim. Do things that you would not want. Don't do things that you don't want people doing to you.
Yeah. But yeah, like if you're a farmer, yeah, you definitely tapped into more so Asyr.
Understood.
Right? If you are into, craftsmanship, yeah, you probably tapped into Ptah. If you was into, sex work per se, you was into Heru. You was in Hathor energy. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
It's just kind of, if you was into doulas, and they did have like people who was like grieve and things like that, you was more tapped into Nebhet.
I understand.
Right? If you was more so in the army or in the general or that type of energy, warrior energy, yeah, you was tapped into Set.
I understand.
It wasn't like you go around praying to Set, but niggas knew what time it was.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? And you knew how to tap into these type of energies.
I understand.
And that's just really it. If you was a scribe, you probably was tapped into more Yehudi. If you was more of a teacher or a guide, you probably tapped into more Anubis.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just understanding that, like how we live right now with how we have like what they call, I forgot what they call the colleges. What they have, our colleges have it.
On colleges?
Our colleges have what do they call?
Our colleges have.
I forgot what they got. What the thing? Fraternities.
Oh, facts.
Right. Well, fraternity is grooming you to be a part of society in this function.
No, seriously.
That's what fraternity is, bro.
No, that's exactly what a fraternity
right. The Omegas they do this in society. They're more athletes. You got the Kappas who do this. You got
Pretty boys, alphas, nerds.
But you got they actually all have they have industries too.
Facts.
Right. These different sports is an industry where this fraternity was more so into these sports.
Facts.
Right. Kappas, and this is an industry where this is in a fraternity. They kind of run the table.
Facts.
On this industry. If
Facts.
you want to be in media or whatever the case, you probably will go into this one fraternity and
Facts.
you have that network.
Facts, bro.
Right?
That's what it is.
That all comes from Kemet, Tamari.
I understand.
Right?
Yeah.
Of like you go to school, what do you want to do society? Okay, what do you want to tap into? Okay, we'll go be around them.
What energy do you want to tap into? That's where you decide I'm joining a fraternity. Oh, I like that energy. I'm going to do that. And then we just happen to have Greek fraternities in this country because Greek is the foundation of Caucasian civilization. So it's just what it is. But they're tapping from the technology of Kemet, and the having the houses that provide these functions to put you in pocket for your function in society.
Boom.
There it is. That's really what it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just a house.
That's it.
And how do you pick one?
That's
By
right.
you figure out which one stimulates you the most.
Facts.
Hey, Haru, that's why they call it a house.
That's right.
This is going to house your energy. This is going to house your Haru energy.
Facts.
You're going to go through the bullshit. You're going to go through all that shit to be a part of this house because this house captivated you, stimulated you. Boom.
Made you feel good.
Now you're into the brotherhood.
Yeah. Facts.
Or sisterhood.
Yeah.
Right. So
That's
it's all with our society isn't astronomically much different than Tamari.
I understand.
It wasn't like everything was sunshines and rainbows. It was just a civilization of an ongoing people, and that civilization had tapped into the whole world. Still does.
Still does.
It's just right now most of us don't know it, as opposed to at that time we knew.
Yeah.
We knew, like, we have our own things over here, but we do get some of it from over there. We got what we got going over here. Yeah, sure, we're here. We got our shit, but we know who granddad is.
Thanks.
We know who grandma is. We know what really now. It's like we act like we don't know that.
Yeah.
But we know.
We do.
We know. We know what it is. We know it comes from Tom Mary.
Facts, man.
It's just actively saying it.
Actively saying it, feeling it, than living it and manifesting it.
Boom.
And that's where I think we've at least with me, is just like, seeing it or hearing it, then seeing it through my own research, then feeling it to be true, and then now seeing it manifested, and seeing it manifested through me in life, and then me consciously manifesting, knowing like, oh, I can bring Tom Mary to reality. I can bring Kevin, and the more I do, the more of a flow my life is going to be. And I notice like, oh, now life is more flowy, and I can flow.
The land
For
of
real.
love, man.
For real, bro. And like
The land of love.
facts. And the even more motivation for us to clear up all of our trauma and bullshit is so we can just be even more tapped into the flow, because it's those pain points that stop us from really just jumping full into the flow, right? That, and then on the what's happened to us in the present time, doing stupid, unethical shit, going out ethics.
Boom.
And it's really that, bro. It's really all that simple.
I understand.
Don't get triggered by past traumatic experience. Don't do nigga shit that's unethical.
If you don't deal with the shit, you can't build Tom Mary.
No.
Tom Mary is an existence.
Facts.
Tom Mary is a mindset. I
Facts.
live in the land of love.
Facts.
I'm in the vibration. My normalcy is abundance. My normalcy is love.
Facts.
My normalcy is, once again, right? Operating from a place of like, I'm good. We good.
Be good.
Right? From that, then we get Kemet, right?
Facts.
Which is, okay, the black soil.
Facts.
The rich land to build upon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if we don't step into like the Tom Mary, this is a land of love. This is where higher self or our ancestors or Noon and Ged, which is physical reality, come together.
Facts.
And then they, you know what I'm saying, create children. They create life.
Facts.
All of the ancestors, the higher realms, right? All that spirits, metaphysical, all that astronomical shit.
Yeah.
And then just basic land, physical reality coming together to birth these different energies.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
All these different energies of masculine from energy come from their parents. Gab, Noon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And until we just live in physical reality, until we live in Tom Mary, we can't build Kemet. All these pyramids and all these metaphysical things.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get there if we don't
No.
clear the shit.
Don't clear
and
this.
just live in a state of love. It's not perfect, but in a state of love in your heart.
Facts, bro. And now that we understand how imperative it is to clear ourselves, it's anything that gets in the way of us doing that is the enemy. It's like the current, I say status quo, the current rulers don't want us to do that, because once they know that once we clear it and make that our purpose and objective, it's going to happen.
Of course.
It's going to happen because
Look at hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter what we talk about. We're gonna be the leaders of this whole shit.
Facts.
We could talk about shoot niggas or we talk about whatever. It doesn't matter. If we all talked about I love my niggas and I love my brothers and I love
Facts.
my and I just live in love and I live in peace and joy with my peoples.
Facts.
And we just keep blasting shit. I live in joy and peace, my peoples. And I build my community and I fuck with my niggas and we all on. Nigga, that shit gonna still be #1 genre of music on the planet.
Absolutely. Facts. No, because rap is that. It's that. It is the meta nature. It's the flow. It's the natural flow. And it's the natural rhythm of the universe, our universe. So that's why it has that captivating pull, the same pull that quote unquote Egyptology, that pyramids, hieroglyphics, it draws King Tut, it draws everybody in. Rap draws you in, whether you like it or not. It draws you in. It draws you in, and it gets you to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would definitely say anyone who doesn't understand or doesn't believe the power of Egyptology or Kemet, to actually take some time, take 5 minutes out of your day, and just research the industry of Egyptology.
Understand?
Like how much does just the people who just own these artifacts,
Yeah,
and only just charge people to be able to view these artifacts,
yeah,
and charge people to learn about this shit. How much money is in that industry? Right?
For real.
It's billions of dollars.
Absolutely.
Because we're, like you said, it's natural, but we're drawn to it.
Yep.
when they do a King Tut tour,
Oh man.
it sells out. You
Facts,
been to
bro.
the King Tut tour?
Oh hell
Never?
yeah, that shit was dope. I
Bro,
went to the one at
packed,
the
hella packed, bro.
hella packed, bro.
Hella
It
packed.
was dope. Yeah, I went to the. Did you go to the one at the Natural History Museum?
Yeah.
that was fire. Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, packed.
Yeah.
Packed. Even had like a little white version of King Tut and everything.
Yeah.
Cute.
The whole time, I mean, I went. Last time when I was like, man, I felt mad, like y'all playing with my shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
for
Like that's
sure.
how
I definitely
that's how you
felt
feel.
that.
That's why I stopped doing cook because I
feel
started
you.
getting real like.
I feel you.
You feel me?
I feel you,
The deep rooted real like nah, like bro, I can't come play like this.
I can't play with you when
Yeah,
you're doing that.
I can't.
It's like it thinks of me. It's like I'll kill you. That's
No,
no,
for real. It was like
It's like that, bro. I'll kill
I'm
you.
mad. I'm in here mad
kill you.
because y'all playing.
I'll kill you.
Y'all know what, and I know that y'all know, but I get it.
I know y'all know, and I know what you're doing, and justice will be mine, but I don't want to be reactive in a way that's going to put me in a place that's not going to allow me to act on my purpose in this life right now.
Boom.
So therefore, I'm not in a position to kill you, so I'm not going to kill you. That's really what it comes down to, bro.
No, I get it.
For real.
It was like frustrating because like you know you have this connection.
Facts.
You know, like it goes beyond logic.
Facts.
But you still act rationally, but it goes beyond logic. Like you know.
Yeah.
Know you just and also know everybody doesn't have that connection.
No.
I did immediately. I've always been connected with these different characters.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Me specifically, it's always been very strong connection with King Tut. I saw him in Philadelphia years ago, or the exhibit, and I was like, wait, what? It's me, bro. That was back in freshman year of college. And then ever since then, I was like, oh, okay. There's something going on here. And then my mom saw that I got triggered, but not triggered in a good way. She's like, oh, just keep going with that. You wanted something. You wanted something. And then now here we are, literally embodying that same energy weekly, and then showing the world that like this is what it is. And what I'm realizing, the more I just lean into that reality, the more power that I do have, because I'm tapping into that power that attracts and then captures everyone in. So all I have to do is just utilize my own. It's really just tapping into me, utilize my own technology. And I'm like, I got you. And then you realize, like, once you tap into that technology, which is our spells, our quote unquote magic, which just is us. We are magic. You know what I mean? Let's be very clear. We don't need magic because we are it. Then you're going to face what I call, the enemy, the devil, all that goofy devil shit that they do. You're gonna face that. It's gonna come for you, but it's your energy is always gonna be superior to it, and you only. That's why the solution is not to pay that shit any mind. When hell or when Satan comes to visit you, just don't pay that nigga no mind, bro. Pay no mind. See shadow, see something. You just you ain't touched me today, Satan. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Because we know, operating in the superior power, the creator, Ra. That's not a competition.
Yeah.
It's only a competition if you decide to make it one.
Facts.
Right.
Arm, leg, arm, head, man.
Facts, bro. Facts.
You feel me?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to go back to, I'm really curious about, because I never put together the fact that you got heavy into Egyptology because you were 6 years in the federal building with that energy. Like, I never put those two together. So now I'm really curious, is like, what do you remember specifically about what were the FBI agents like? Were they less open to talking about this type of shit?
We didn't really talk too much about like this type of shit.
Yeah.
It was just, we talked more about this type of shit with like the VA.
I understand.
Because one of my dudes from the VA, he was a 5%er.
I understand.
And another dude was he was an existentialist.
I understand.
So, and then another dude was like a Christian. And so we will all have, because they would come during lunch. Yeah. And we would, and breakfast. They would come at breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
So we will always have, just like we would build upon the conversations.
I understand.
And then that's when I started going on my journey of like research and saw what come to them with like, oh, what you know about this or what you think about this.
Did they put you on this journey? Did they put you on the journey at Kemetic, or did you bring that initial spark of curiosity to the federal building? Do you remember? I'm auditing.
Yeah,
I'm auditing your journey.
I think I think tapped into Kemet on my own,
I understand.
right from just like YouTube studying health. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I was studying health, right?
Yeah.
That was my thing. I was studying like a lot of health.
Dope.
Um, listening to like and I'm studying a lot of Black Power shit. You know what I'm saying? Listening to all of Malcolm X's
22, 23.
23, 23, yeah, study listening to everything Malcolm X said, listening to everything Dr. You know, Fred Hampton said,
Word.
right? Listening to like everything Marcus Garvey said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, it's happening with Bro Polite, and then that tapping into the conscious, you know, this conscious community.
The conscious
you know,
yeah.
conscious TV, and then they just you hearing a little bit about this and hearing debates, and Polite would do the debates about like, you know, ancient Egypt versus like the Hebrew Israelites and things of that nature. And so
Is there beef between Hebrew?
at that time, it was heavy, Mo. It was like beef between the Moors, and Hebrew Israelites, the Moors, and the conscious community.
Of course.
It was just heavy. It was a heavy, you know, debate. They would get on there to debate.
I understand.
But it was this one dude named Brother Reggie, and Brother Reggie was like basically, you know, like I'm not really into the religion of Kemet. I'm more into the science of Kemet. I
feel
like
you.
the scientific aspect
Yeah.
of Kemet. And I just rock with that. I'm not really into the religious. It was another dude named Shaka Amos. I don't know if y'all remember Shaka Amos. He was full blown like into the religion of Kemet. Like
understand.
the way he did his hair, the whole tattoo, the whole everything. Like bro was in like
Shaka Amos.
yeah, bro was in it, right? So like it was a lot of people, man. It was a lot of stuff. And I began to just tap in, and then I would have those conversations at work about like things I'm learning.
There you go.
And
That's
then
dope.
some of the OGs, like one of the security guard, he was a security guard, but he wasn't like just a security guard. Like this is just his job. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy state job, bro. He's a state security guard.
Yeah.
So like he's like a police for the state.
Oh, I
So
understand.
he just holds his post down, easy money. But he was highly intelligent. He gave me a lot of bars about books and about reading books and studying slavery and like really studying and getting my academia up. You feel me? And my scholarness shit up. Cause he like you can hold yourself in a conversation in the discussion, but like you don't got you can't cite nothing.
Facts.
And when
Man,
you
that's
talking
real.
to a grown man and we really hit you with some real bars around what the doctor said, and we can cite information, and we can back what we saying up with books, with actual, you know, with resources. Like you have a lot of rhetoric to me. Like I have a lot of rhetoric. Right, I know a lot of shit, but it's just off the top of my head.
Facts.
As opposed to like, hey, this book said this and this doctor said this. And
Facts.
when you having intelligent debates with mature grown-ups, right, you gotta come with more than just I watch these videos on YouTube.
No, that's real, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's game.
And when you have books, and it's easy to share them with people.
Facts.
So
game.
I started buying a lot of books, and that's when I started really just tapping to the marionette and just listening to everybody. Raoul Nefre Man, Dr. Ben, you know, Asyr Kwesi, a lot, man. I could go down the list. I wrote a long list. I have a list of like 20 different
Facts, bro.
like people, you know, Chiang Diop.
Yeah, man.
Just a lot of people who I was studying who was breaking down the marionette tracks.
This was your Hotep pilgrimage. Bro. For real.
Yeah. I was a Hotepper. I was for sure a Hotepper.
For real.
Yeah, I was for sure a Hotepper, man.
Yeah,
But I was still a West Side Compton nigga though too. So it was like I'm gonna come with the game.
Yeah.
And I started studying Akhenaten.
Yeah.
And I think Akhenaten was really what put me in.
I understand.
The nigga was just tight, bro.
Yeah.
Like Akhenaten was a tight nigga.
Yeah, understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Tight to you, but he pissed off a lot of people.
I mean, he was tight.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga was tight.
But you also
bro.
think Tywin Lannister was tight.
Tywin Lannister tight, man.
That's
That
what I'm
nigga
saying.
hard, bro.
But not many niggas think that.
Bro, niggas cap. Tyrion Lannister hard. But that's me. I've always loved, like I said, I love Vegeta. I love Magneto, bro. As a kid, I love Magneto, Vegeta. I don't like goody good guys, bro. That's not me. I'm not a goody good guy.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. I was going to read that. As a pharaoh, Akhenaten was noted for abandoning Egypt's traditional polytheism and introducing Atenism, or worship center around Aten.
And mind you, got to keep in context when we talking about Egyptology. We talking about people's perception of our language.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's always important to this. That's why distinct the meta nature from Egyptology.
I understand.
Egyptology is people who don't think like us, talk like us, move like us, speak like us, interact like us, tell stories like us,
Not at all.
who are going over our words and reading it verbatim
Facts, bro.
and trying to understand how we speak when we know how we speak.
Bro, and it's like, yeah, it's just literally analogous to like a proper British white person describing trap music.
Yeah, bro, no, for real.
For real.
Right?
For real, bro.
Imagine. So you have to keep that
I
in
just
context.
I just wouldn't read it. It was like, oh, no, what the fuck? Why are you, who are you to talk about trap music?
We have to keep in context, and also they know that.
That's Egyptology.
They know that.
Yeah.
So mind you, some of them know this is the meta nature and understand that they don't understand, or they understand that this means a whole lot of different things.
Yeah.
And it will still tell you, and they'll publish their
Yeah.
big ass, thick ass book, and in the first 3 pages give you the real game, and then the rest are just Egyptology shit.
I understand.
They'll be like, oh yeah, actually his name was Asyr. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're gonna call him Osiris.
They called your boy Akhenaten a traitor.
Of course.
God damn, I don't know. It was like that serious, bro. They erased his ass from history books and called him a traitor. Damn, bro. Fuck did you do?
Bro, destabilize the economy.
No
Like
wonder-
I said,
no wonder I don't like
imagine the president,
nigga, bro.
imagine the governor
Yeah.
saying, you know what, bro, we're gonna disband Christianity and Catholicism, and we're gonna make the meta nature be our religion.
Yeah.
Imagine the president and like, hey, actually, bro, Christianity, Islam, more science, Hindu, all that shit is illegal, and we gotta all just push the meta nature, everybody. Like what, bro?
No, yeah,
That would affect the art. It would affect
Everything.
It would affect everything, bro.
affect everything.
And then imagine the president be like, you know what? Actually, I don't even want Washington D.C. to be the capital more because you niggas is cap. I don't even fuck with y'all. We gonna make nigga. We gonna make New York be the capital. Matter of fact, the army, fuck that army shit. Why don't y'all niggas come and build a new capital?
I just,
Build an outside city to tap into the I-10. Mind you, or Rahur Kuti I-10, because mind you, like you say, Egyptology is, they don't like saying the long ass words, so they'll find a condensed word. Like we never said Ra, we said the full thing.
which is,
Rahur Kuti I-10, Ra never touch Ra. It's a different aspects of Ra.
I understand.
Right? But Egyptologists don't like saying these long ass words over and over and over and over and over, so they just condense it to a tiny ass word. Okay. We're gonna just call this the I-10 now. That's not what the fuck we called it.
No. No, not at all. And I mean, I'm just looking at context. Ankh was not that long ago. It was like 1300 BC. That's not that's not a ridiculously long time ago.
For me, it was always intriguing because like the overall picture of him stepping into this at the most illustrious time and of like Kemet Tamari, his father Amenhotep III was just like the illest nigga. He was just a real. Amenhotep III was a real nigga, bro.
Yeah.
He got Kemet Tamari to just this high level, bro, of just complete utter like they run the world, bro.
Yeah, for real.
And Akhenaten stepped in after niggas ran the world and said, fuck it, I'm gonna change everything.
Well, now that
like,
you
that shit is fucking tight, bro.
It's tight, but given your understanding of statistics, data, and trends, why the fuck would you do some shit like that when you're already operating at a condition of power?
Boom. I agree.
You feel me?
I agree.
Now that you are just pimping literally how essential it is to operate according to statistics. This nigga was like, okay, we're operating at power. Let's change everything.
It doesn't mean it's not intriguing to me. It's just I understand. Sometimes I do think like maybe this is the lesson that I need to learn now.
I feel you.
Right?
I see.
Because the same with Solomon. It's easy to say that Solomon ran something at a very, 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 very high level.
You like all the niggas that make very blatant, dumb nigga mistakes.
But after they run into Solomon ran it at a high level.
Yeah,
Akhenaten ran shit at a high level, at the highest.
So you're idolizing
level.
the niggas that fuck up at high levels. Why can't you idolize, like I said, Amenhotep III?
But remember, Amenhotep III was his father.
I understand.
And they ran shit together. And one reason I really like Akhenaten because he wasn't supposed to be king.
What happened? What's the story? What happened?
So one story says that basically he had an older brother,
Yeah.
and that his older brother was supposed to become a king.
Yeah.
And his older brother died. So for a time, because mind you, this was the biggest at that time. It was the biggest it's ever been. Like literally, they're running the world.
I understand.
Right. So they had to split it in half.
But like, no, for real, ran the world. We don't, because people don't think of, ancient quote unquote Egypt as like, they view it as like one part of Egypt. Like, oh, that niggas were just there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah,
But
like we look at Egypt and not fucking Tom Mary or Kemet. Kemet was the whole shit, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Like at one time, this was like I said, this is a civilization.
Yeah.
This is everybody all over the world coming around here, bro.
Facts.
And we got to also remember Pangea. So we're not just thinking about Africa over here and America over here. We're thinking about the fact that this shit fits right here.
Yeah.
And we got to also remember that this is the map is upside down.
Yeah.
So Kemet Tamari is at the bottom.
I understand.
Right. Like Europe is a reason it's the coldest place because it's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, nigga, like everybody is running through here.
Fact.
And this shit is a part of the whole world. Everybody's aware of what the fuck is going on here, and this is aware of what's going on around the whole world.
Facts.
And at this time, at this specific time, was when this shit was literally the biggest it's ever been. Kemet was literally the vastest as far as official dynasty is known. These niggas run the show.
Yeah.
This is the biggest it's ever been.
Facts.
So at that point, it was so big, it had to be two. So Amenhotep the third had to like run this shit up here.
Yeah.
While Akhenaten had to like run this shit down here.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Wait, what's down here? What does that represent?
I'm talking about like kind of Africa and like the Mediterranean.
Oh, okay, understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While Amenhotep the third, before he officially gave it to fully Akhenaten, they was both kings running the whole world because
Yeah.
it was such a, it was
So
the
mad.
whole world.
It's the whole world.
And mind you, at the same time, it wasn't like his mother, Queen Tai, she comes from the ancient shit too.
Yeah.
So she was already teaching him the Aten and teaching him the Ra and already preparing him that like, yo, when you do step into it, you're going to do that because this shit is so big that imagine Congress runs the show. And they will use the Amen as the way to run the show because Amen means the hidden one.
Understand.
And also, you're dealing with the whole world. Everybody doesn't understand the intricacies and all the metaphysics of the meta nature.
Yeah.
So he had to figure out a way to free the people from the rule of the priest of Amun, right? And his father had already prepared him too. So it wasn't like he just stepped into and did some goofy shit. This was things that was put in place that he knew, bro, you gotta free the people, bro. Because right now, niggas is only going through the temple of Amun because niggas learn how to turn this concept of the hidden one into literally saying, well, give it to me because you can't see Amun. Give me all your money. Give me all your gold. Give me all your shit. I'll give it to Amun because he's the hidden one. And you're dealing with the people who don't have an understanding of the meta nature. So Akhenaten, who does have an understanding of the meta nature, who knows that Amun is just an aspect of Ra, and it just means a part of like administration.
Facts.
Things you do behind the scenes before you put the energy into reality.
Facts.
He knows this is a simple concept.
Facts.
But he knows that the niggas who run this are not going to push that this is a simple concept. They're going to push it. This is, you got to fucking pray to Amun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're dealing with, it's not only like he was just on some chaotic, crazy shit. It was just on some like gradual, hey, bro, when you get in power, bro, how you going to finesse? What you going to do? You going to let these niggas run your kingdom or you going to run your kingdom?
Facts.
So when he got in, he's just like, fuck, I'm going to run my kingdom.
I'm gonna run my
fuck
shit.
y'all niggas.
I'm fucking
Actually,
with my
I'm going to actually fuck all that.
Yeah.
I'm destabilizing the whole shit. Now what?
All right.
You feel me? It
All
was
right.
gangster, bro. It was
It
on
was
some like,
gangster.
imagine you become the president and you be like,
gangster.
nah, fuck the Congress, nigga. Fuck y'all. Fuck the Senate.
I understand. President couldn't do that.
I understand.
I understand.
I understand.
But the president's not a king. Akhenaten was a king. I understand. Okay. So I'm glad you gave me that context for him making his moves. And now I'm gonna move from like fuck this nigga to I'll just be objective. Like I should be with everything, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But essentially, they were the the people that knew the meta nature were on church time. I was like, okay, we'll be the middleman, and you just give us money. We'll
Boom.
pay. Yeah, that's what it is for church.
Boom.
So he's like, oh no, fuck that. Everyone get the meta nature. But then, how does that explain him shifting everything to A10?
Because what he said was A10. You can tap into Ra. Ra is the totality of creation that manifests itself within our relationship with the sun. So understanding your relationship with the sun and how sunlight affects you.
A10 is the sun god.
No. Ra Harakuti Aten
Yeah.
is the totality of creation
Understood.
that manifests itself in our relationship to the sunlight.
Understood.
Right? So it's something that even the simplest person could be able to understand.
Yeah.
The way sunlight impacts you and the way sunlight impacts the planet is the way you impact the planet. So if you look at the sunlight and you study the sunlight, you just look at how sunlight look how everything moves when the sun rises, right? Look how everything moves when the sun falls. Look at how you feel when the sun is out. Look at how the sun understand what light is. Light is your DNA. Light is much more than just right. Our eyes can see. Light is heat. Light is vitamins. Light is minerals. Light is radium FM waves. Light is electricity. Light is right. Sunlight can give us anything and everything that we need. Right, we get everything we need from the sun. That's how you are. You're a creator. You have the ability to impact everything around you. You have the ability to give your radiation, your energy, whatever the sun does for you, you could do for people around you. It's a really simple way of understanding this in-depth metaphysical science. Simple. And then he will begin to write letters around like just raising his vibration. He showed people how to put yourself in a pleasant mood, and you don't have to go to these niggas to tap into Ra. You can just tap into Ra because Ra is right here.
I understand.
Ra is your relationship with Creator. It's not the sun isn't God. The understanding how the sun affects you understands and teaches you who you are in this reality. You are Ra. You are a creator, right? And we have the access to it free form.
So who is A10?
A10 is once again A10 is Ra Harakuti A10.
Okay.
Like I said, they don't like saying the long words. They like saying these short at the end of it. So what they would say was the A10 is not, and they in the beginning of the Egyptology book, they would say this is Ra Harakuti A10.
Yeah.
Right? Which is the totality of creation, Ra. Harakuti is like the warrior energy, and the A10 is that spark or that seed. So understanding who you are as a creator, and then knowing your energy and how to produce your warrior energy from putting those sparks and ideas into your mind.
He was right, bro. It's just like, why fuck all the bullshit? Go right to the totality of creation. It's right there.
Right there.
I feel
by using your warrior energy and putting these thoughts in your mind.
Sounds like Islam, bro.
Right?
Okay.
It is Islam.
Your boy had a point. It's Islam.
It is Islam.
It's Islam. All right. He's my nigga.
So he was.
I see it.
Yeah, he was destabilizing the economy because he said the shit was fucking crooked as hell.
Okay, yeah.
You got niggas praying to Amun.
Amun, yeah. And then niggas finessing.
And I know who Amun is.
Exactly. Yeah, and then, okay, I get it.
And he was taught by his mom and his dad to do that.
I understand.
Because they show that Amenhotep III was starting to worship or starting to tap into Rahu Kutiyaten as well.
I understand.
And so his mom. So it wasn't just some goofy shit he tapped into. This was like niggas understanding how to get our country back, bro.
Word. The world back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Boom.
I get it. Yeah, it's a lot of data, bro.
I love the man that you know.
No, it's real. And it's I've always we started with that, but now we're just getting deeper and deeper. Now that our lives are enmeshed by it, now it just makes sense. It's like this is us.
That's where we are. We are like that generation. Like, okay, we see what's going on.
Yeah.
We know what it is. How do we get our shit back?
Thanks.
We got to take the steps. We got to be diplomatic. We got to prepare for positions of power. And then when we get in these positions of power,
Thanks.
we have to be prepared to say, all right, this is our shit.
This is our shit. Nah, for real. For real. And operate in that vein, in that tone, and just also operate just in ethics as a God body.
Yeah.
And I feel that coming. I don't feel, this. It's funny that this militancy that I have and like the feeling and knowingness that I could do anything is also just a more appreciation for the totality of creation and all of the types of human beings that I am around. It's like they all have a purpose. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, but it's powerful. You ready to close out?
Yeah, man. Let's
Let's
close
do
it out,
it, bro.
man.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve, Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom Thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom Thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.
I mean, it's long.